about the ring you wear, 'cause as long as no one knows, then nobody can care. You're feeling guilty, and I'm well aware, but you don't look ashamed, and baby, I'm not scared. I'm saying, hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, Devi, daCat, DMC, Shiro update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. Super chats as well. What do I have for you today? I got something interesting. Cheers, mates. What do I have for y'all today? I'll wait for, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my profile and I'm going to share in the daCat Telegram, get people to come out here. daCat, and where's my whales? daCat whales. Guess what I just did? Guess what I just did? And I'll have them come raid here in a second. I'll get to that. Right now we have VeVe Whale teases a comeback. We do. It was a guy named Ray Fixie. And this is the one piece of news I'll go over before I get to. I could have sworn I had it. Where did it go? Lexi. I swear it was part of the thumbnail. Okay, here it is. So it was on the news today that VeVe said, where's the news here? They say, big news from Team VeVe. They say, please join us in congratulating Aaron, aka My Collectibles, on his new role as Partner Marketing Manager, where he'll be leading VeVe affiliates and partner program into the next exciting chapter since stepping into the community manager role in 2024. Aaron has built incredible connections across the VeVe fam. Now he's shifting gears to focus on empowering creators, influencers, and affiliates to grow the fandom and get rewarded while doing it. Our dedicated community team, including licensed IP and Flexi Collects, is here and ready to support you in every step of the way. Curious about the affiliate program? Got a collab in mind? Want in on partnership opportunities? Aaron is your go-to. Let's build the future of VeVe together. We will have a giveaway today. I'll let you know what that is. Anyway, then you have Mr. Ray Fixie, who he has not been active in many a year. I think he's like part royalty. Mega whale, absolute god tier type of whale, where he just goes in and he pumps stuff because he buys it. Like he was buying hundreds of Superman. He was buying Taz. He was buying the everything. What was the other thing that was used? The Rewind collectible. I forget what that was called. Oh my gosh. Give me a second. It's in my Telegram groups. They're still kicking. It was Rainbow. I think it was Gay. I think it was. It's escaping me what that was. Pride. It was the Pride one. Has a bunch of those. He's again, and so he says. So is this the big news? Meaning that he's been like slowly following VeVe, like he's slowly making his way back. And he's like, is this a big news? Because like the day you start valuing your influencers and OGs that built VeVe, that's the day that VeVe will explode. Until then, fingers crossed. Which I think this is in line with what he wants. He said they start valuing influencers, which My Collectibles was making videos for a long time. I think he came in, let's say me, Crypto Rain, Taps, maybe we were like the golden age. Silver age was, I would say he might have been in like the silver age. Either way, he's been making videos for quite a while, so much so that they hired him. Good looking guy, he's white, he's clean cut, he's just looks good on camera, has worked in the collectibles industry for quite a while. Great hire, right? Like chef's kiss. Then says, the OGs that built VeVe, like as long as whoever VeVe is hiring is a net positive, which My Collectibles clearly is, you should be happy. I don't like outside of me, what other OG influencers are left? Crypto Rain, obviously, he's here on the OMI channel every week. Anyway, so that's the day. And again, they hired Foster too. That's the day VeVe will explode. Until then, fingers crossed. So I said, this is fun news, but the big announcement is still yet to come. But somebody asked him later, is like, Ray Fixie, are you back? And he said 50-50, meaning like he's close. And now granted, this dude had a bunch of Donnies. This dude had, and obviously sold a bunch, whether he knew cycles or whether he just was done with the app because of XYZ. As we know from one of the first episodes, the pilot, as we know from The Office, it is a lot cheaper to reignite existing customers like Ray Fixie. Bless me. It's a lot cheaper to do that than it is to try to bring a new one. Now, I could write comics all the live long day, and we have a small announcement about that. But to reignite old customers seems to be a lot easier. What was the thing? What got him back 50-50? Is it one of these things saying like, hey, you're like, is he, if he's counting my collectibles as an OG, which I, on a long enough time scale, yeah, he's going to be an OG. Like, and anyone here right now, if it's 20 years from now, you're an OG, right? Even if you weren't here for the first few years. Anyway, valuing influencers, OG that you built, yeah. So that I thought was pretty cool. How many other big influencers or big whales are coming back? Some might have never left. Others, we shall see. Anyway, big news that I've had today is last month, Definity Markets, excuse me, I'm sorry. Definity Markets started sponsoring the channel. I started talking about them like 2 years ago, 2023. Yeah, I think 2023. I started talking about them, and I got them on the channel. I was like, hey, like I talk about you guys a lot. I really like what we have. I'd love for you to come on. I'd love for you to talk to, like my audience, see what we have. And great relationship with Manu, who's the founder and CEO. And X amount of months later, or sometime last year, year and a half ago, like whatever it was, he's like, hey, let's do this. You talk about us anyway. He started sponsoring the channel, and then that just continued up until last month, 2 months ago, whenever it was, when he actually bought into the channel, and now he owns part of the channel at a nice valuation, by the way. And this is a mutually beneficial relationship. I own part of his company. I own a bunch of the token. I own a very, very small micro amount of Definity Markets. And this isn't like if anyone remembers in Breaking Bad, when Mike Ehrmantraut, who I met in New Jersey once, by the way, really cool guy, he gets hired as a security consultant. And he was supposed to just like kind of lay back, collect his checks, and that's it. But he's like, well, if I'm going to be paid for being a security consultant, I'm going to be a security consultant. He goes in, says, you have blind spots here, here, and here, leaves you open to pilfering. Your guys aren't wearing their safety stuff. There's OSHA hazards everywhere. And he goes in and he does the job. He doesn't just sit back and collect his paychecks. I could just, and even now, could be sitting pretty, don't necessarily need to do anything. But I was like, hey, here, I have an idea. Let me go to work for you and let me see what I can get you as far as discounts on other cryptos, just because of the network. And let me get you something that, as opposed of just sitting there in USDT, or as opposed to just being cash heavy, which is not bad. It's not bad to be cash heavy. Let me get you a couple of things. So not only does he own part of the channel, he owns in the tens of millions of OMI. He added OMI to his balance sheet last month for Definity. And as of 2 hours ago, hour and a half ago, he now has daCat on his balance sheet. So this is something that I will add. I will have him continue to get other like the Definity Markets machine is so well oiled. They're so lean. Like they just, not that they're operating like skeleton crew, but they're so efficient in what they do. Again, they do quite a bit every month. Outside of May, they outperform VeVe with how much they're adding to the P&L, and they're adding to the P&L more than what VeVe is grossing, which is wild. And VeVe's OMI has like a $50 million market cap. Definity has like five. Again, I am pretty biased because, again, I know the company, I know the founder, I know ins and outs, and like I said, I have a decent amount of both the token and a decent amount of the company as well. It is my biggest bag. I am working to get more OMI. I'll continue to work, but it's nice to see that they have daCat now on their balance sheet, because this is one of the things that I know I'll be able, and they're up, I think, 9% on the day. Now, granted, the fact that Definity has on its balance sheet is, this news has been announced like right here, right now. That did not pump daCat. That is up 10% on the day. What that did was, again, what this does after, I don't know, but daCat has, again, is up 10% on the day before this news was even announced. Did I tease it a little bit, saying like, hey guys, have an announcement later? Yeah. What are they saying right now? Actually, I don't think anything. So yeah, guess what I just did? So they're not actually talking about anything right now. They might be a little bit busy. But it's very nice to know that they have added daCat on their balance sheet, and the relationship will only deepen from there. I will work to try to have VeVe get Definity on VeVe's balance sheet, because, again, now that we have Definity having OMI on their balance sheet, which is going to be so excellent for it. There's going to be times, again, they have, you probably figure it out. They're like, listen, fool, listen. All right, I guess I won't. For those not listening, I got Definity Markets to add daCat to their balance sheet. Let me go forward that to the actual daCat main, and someone just bought a little bit more on that news. You are welcome. Excuse me. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so no. I hope I didn't just X out of that. Oh shit. I might have. Long story short, they have, like I said, tens of millions of OMI, and that's gonna, what is that right now? 00019. Let's say times. Yeah, not bad. They got that, like they have 5 figures worth. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. They have 5 figures worth of OMI. They might even have more. Hang on, give me a sec. Let me go to the. No, they should have low 5 figures here. Yeah. They got 5 figures worth of OMI. They don't have as much daCat, but they will. That partnership, like I said, will only deepen. So I'm very excited about that. Speaking of Definity Markets, let's take a look and see where they're at today, and I will show y'all. Definity Markets, for those of you that don't know, they have the rails for institutions to get into crypto. They do it in a very compliant way. They have a virtual asset protector license. That one of the greatest things that one of the greatest companies that I've gone all in on. 7,600 in volume, down about 3.5% today to 3 cents. $4.6 million market cap, fully diluted. It's almost 5.2. Very, very undervalued. In my opinion, anything can go to zero at any moment, except for daCat. daCat has over 300K locked liquidity over there. And it's not one of those things, well, how much of that is ETH? How much is daCat? Granted, there is more Ethereum in there than daCat. There is $159,000 worth of Ethereum, $158,000 worth of daCat. That is locked for 997 years. So it will never, I mean, it will be unlocked in 997 years. So sure, at that point, I don't know what happens. We shall see. An average cat saying, love you, Randy. Fight, fight, fight. I love y'all too. And again, I believe that they'll be worth well into the 9 figures within the next year. I'll repeat that. I believe that Definity Markets as a company will be worth well in the 9 figures within the next 12 months. What does their token do? Well, in the 9 figures could just mean, 100 million. So it could just be a 20x from here. And yeah, it's possible. Again, anything go to zero at any moment, right? But well-oiled machine, they make a ton of money. 100x is $500 million. I think you could even add a zero to that. And again, that's like everything's got to hit like right, and maybe that's wishful thinking. But 1,000x is possible. Would I bet on it? No, but I am. But I'm just saying these are certain things that's possible. Kuma says, "What up, fam? What up, fam? How's everything going?" Meow 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 meow. Echo 712 says, "Yo, my man, thank you for liking the post. I saw you like that." I will also say thank you to Baker saying family's on fire. Randy Chavez, thank you for your greatness. Preach. I am starting to get a big head here. Maybe it's a little bit of the bubbly that is making it go to my head. Crypto says, let's freaking go. Woo. I hear my dog upstairs. I literally just left him alone like 20 minutes ago. This is exciting. Anyway, that is Definity, daCat, $4,000 in volume on the day. So not as much as Definity. Again, Definity does crazy stuff. So daCat only 4K in volume on the day, $1.17 million market cap. Again, over 300K liquidity locked up. Really proud of what I've been able to help do there. And again, this is just the beginning. And I really like this like trifecta of daCat has OMI on its balance sheet. I'll probably get daCat some Definity on its balance sheet as well. Yeah, in fact I will do that. Oh gosh, my body. I'll get daCat some Definity on their balance sheet. And then I will also work to get and like I said, now Definity has OMI and daCat. Now it's time for me to try to get Definity and daCat on VeVe's balance sheet. Let's see what I can do. I can do all this for daCat because again, I own it. I can help do this for Definity because Manu trusts me, and I own a teeny tiny part of the company. And like I said, we'll get a giveaway here. Alcohol makes me buy more. Look at this little tiny Coronita. daCat. I love this game. What's up, Smart Pie? Whale means Ray Fix. He's a big whale. He's a big whale. Croner, what's going on? Give me those dabs. What's up, VeVe Zombie? All right, let's continue on, shall we? Let's do some Shiro. I think Shiro's up quite a lot on the day. I think they were also up so close. So daCat's up 10% on the day. Shiro, if we round up, is up 10% on the day. It's up 9.5% on the day, just shy of beating out daCat. That being said, they have $959,000 in volume. daCat's entire market cap, like their volume, is almost daCat's entire market cap. Like I said, I will get more. I will get more by the end of the month. I'm dying. They are $4.6 million market cap. We had a nice pump today for crypto. Bitcoin reached like 112. Then it went down to like 110 something, up to 111.3 now. So it's up to 2.5% on the day. Ethereum's up 6% on the day. Ethereum's up to like 2768. Damn. So again, this is good. And I've seen a couple of people on X say it's meme season, like it's about to be meme season. They're just like, heck, alt season, which is, I think a few months away, if not several months away. But they're just like, yeah, memes. It's all about memes. And I post about, oh, yes, go crazy. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy. Yeah, you must believe. Oh, all right. Now the daCat fam is going crazy. All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, not bullish enough. Y'all are not bullish enough. When talking about memes, you obviously have. I think Dogecoin probably outperformed everything. It did just slightly. ETH is up 6.1%. Doge is up 6.3%. In the top 10, once you go out of there, you have Cardano up 6.4%, but in the top 10, Doge was the high performer. Then, Sui's higher at 6.9, Avalanche 6.9. But let's talk about memes, right? With Shiba Inu, 4.7%. And Doge, Shib. What are some other meme coins that we have here to look at? There's Pepe. Pepe's up 9% on the day. What else we got after Pepe? Pi Network, I don't think counts. Every time I see ICP, I don't think Internet Computer. I think Insane Clown Posse. But let's see what else we got. Again, I'm not really well versed in memes. You have Trump Token up 5% on the day. Yeah, Bonk. Bonk is down 5%. That's interesting. And I feel like most of the SPX 6900, that's definitely a meme, up 11%, almost 12% on the day. So Fartcoin up 6% on the day. And again, these are all memes just in the top 100. It is wild to me. Pudgy Penguins, Pengu, up 3.8% on the day. They're in the top 100. They are number 100. It's wild that 10% of the top 100 tokens in the world are meme coins. They are here. Should they be? Well, whether they should or shouldn't be, they are. Like, that's the reality I have to accept, and that's why there's going to be Doge ETFs. That's why there's going to be a bunch of these ETFs. And just outside of the top 100, 101 is Dog with Hat, up 13%. I don't think I think most of these are pretty pointless. But again, that's the Floki is number 109. So again, a lot of these. Oh damn, Immutable X is not in the top 100 anymore. Oh. Then you have Sam. I'm trying to look at where Flow is, and Flow is not even 150. Flow is up 5.5%, 35 cents at number 152. Brett number 164. That's up almost 14% on the day. You have a ton of people that will invest in memes because you don't need to. You don't need to know anything. It's just, oh, dog is funny. But when talking about Shiro, they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of really crazy stuff. And one of the things I want to go over for Shiro today is where are we at here? They have a couple of things they announced on their X account. Yeah, they have a couple of things. One is there was someone at Solana saying you take the Solana pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. And then Shiro says, looks like someone snuck a Solana pill into Shiro Hot Cheetos. We'll be crossing paths very soon. So basically, you're able to go in and buy Shiro on Solana now as well. They're in the Raid Sharks Battle of the Champions. The Saturday, prepare to witness the epic showdown as the biggest names in crypto shilling face off for bragging rights and a coveted crown. They work hard. That community works hard every day. You have daGato over here, one of the highest ranking members in the daCat community, making all the. So you see daCat, you see Crappy Bird, you see Sharby, you see Shiro, you see Space Penguins, and then I hope he tagged them all. I don't know if he did or not. Should I tag the Space Penguins? They don't see it. Oh no, they see it. They see it. all of these meme tokens working together, and all of these meme tokens are going to be on VeVe in the daCat universe. And then they have an announcement 4 hours ago saying to celebrate the upcoming Solana pairing for Shiro, he's ready for some extra heat. Through July 17th, Shiro will be matching every buy that's held with burns at 5x the value. I repeat, Shiro will be matching every buy that's held with burns at 5x the value, up to 2% of the total supply. Solana fandom, Solana, here we come. The cat is bringing the fire. They do a ton of buybacks. They do burning events. They do a bunch of craziness, right? They do a bunch of stuff out there. Really happy for Shiro and what they're doing. I see them going crazy at the end of the blow off top, whether it's memes and how long do memes last? I don't know. Lots of stuff yesterday that said that sometimes narratives can last like a couple days and then that's it. It's done. That is wild to me, but that's what happens. Truck and Hank says straight fire. What up? Meow, meow, meow. BB Zombie said, did Rain accidentally leak alpha about Roblox? I saw that this morning, and I guess it was someone in his Telegram that mentioned the whole reason these rumors started is because I think they mentioned Minecraft first, actually. VeVe said, like, on this day 11 years ago, Minecraft came out, and everyone's like, hold the freaking phone. Wait, is it a partnership announcement? And then VeVe's like, listen, guys, we're just on, like, maybe they're engagement farming, whatever they were doing. There's like, listen, this post is not announcing anything. This post is just talking about history on this day in gaming. And maybe they were trying to just go in and say, like, yeah, let's post this. And maybe we get some people that are into Roblox or Minecraft or Pac-Man or like Lord of the Rings. Like they've done so many of these things where it's like, these are where like the rumors come from. Now, that being said, David does follow Roblox, and David shares 4 different things on his personal Instagram. He shares VeVe stuff, obviously. He shares his own personal stuff from Vagabond Games. He shares Pokemon stuff, and he's shared Roblox. So, yeah, the evidence does point to that there's something going on. Now, they've made posts about Pokemon before, or OMI has years back. They were just trying to get Pokemon's attention, right? Is this what that could be? Probably. If I had to guess, gun to my head, like, okay, that's what makes the most sense. They're trying to build up some hype, and maybe it helps get Roblox's attention. But I think that if you reject that analysis, then maybe it does point to an already partnership. But again, this is all speculation. I think Rain was just referencing something that was going on his Telegram. Unfortunately, there is no alpha to spill yet. If there was alpha, I doubt anyone in Crypto Rain's Telegram group would know before I would. And I'm just the way it is. Like I don't think anyone in Crypto Rain's Telegram is closer to the team than Rain or closer to the team than me that they would have heard something that like I wouldn't have. So fortunately / unfortunately, I'd say no alpha. But again, like sometimes the entertaining outcome or the most likely outcome is what's most entertaining or ironic. So maybe. Smart Bob says, Ray Fixie selling all the stuff in past many. Oh, he's been selling for years, but he bought a lot for years. So, and if he becomes a buyer again, all the better. Criblows reposted the stream. I said, bless you in real life. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Those little coronitas. Cool Mo, what's going on? Thanks for being a member. Hey, Randy. Hey, fam. What's going on? So we did that. Let's do DMC. Let's do DeLorean. See what they're up to today. On this day. And I see clearly everything has come to life. Delorean is down 13.5% on the day, so not a good day for Delorean. They are at 005. I do want to buy some. Now, granted, if I were to buy some, I should have bought some like the day of when it was like 0037. Now it's 0054. It's been up to over a penny. You know, it's been up. I my Britney Spears like 99 zesting. I believe that at some point goes crazy. At least a 10x, right? 10x like 147 million. Yeah, there's no way that this doesn't go crazy and blow off top. That could be several months from now. And again, anything go. Maybe worst case scenario, DeLorean's like, hey, listen, we tried it. Not gonna work. That would be a very bad look for DeLorean. I think that in the next 6 months, as we're in this like turnover phase, right? From Bitcoin to like ETH, we're in that middle phase where ETH outperformed Bitcoin today. Like if this continues, Bitcoin is well in the all-time high. ETH is nowhere near its all-time high. Once ETH goes to its all-time high, goes to 5K, 75, like then we'll start hearing about the flippening, right? Like, oh, everything's built on ETH. Nothing's built on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's slow. ETH fixes so many problems. Vitalik Buterin is just like, a god. Then we're going to talk about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin. And that's when okay, time to sell. And that's when you'll have a really big move into alt season. Or you're going to have a big move into the alt tokens in the top 10, top 100. They're going to move. And then it's the micro caps. And I believe DeLorean's going to be one of those that will, again, they sponsor the channel, but I'm already been paid mostly. Yeah, this will be, again, I might buy more. If it goes down more, I might buy more. I'll keep you all posted because, yeah. Anyway, let's do, where were we here? This is DeLorean. Actually, let's see what DeLorean's had on their X before we go to the next one. I guess we'll do Devi next after this. 207,000 guys. Yeah, there's market cap's under 15 million. The amount of volume it's had at almost 18 million is more than its market cap. And I know fully diluted 69 million. Everyone comment nice down below with 69. And you have unlocks every month, right? 21st of every month, you get a little bit of sell pressure, but I believe that DeLorean, because of the nostalgia, because of the IP, and again, a business that's just constantly generating revenue. They are innovative. Let's see what they go over on their X today. They say, from Bitmart, to celebrate the listing of DMC Delorean Labs, we're giving away 1.2 million DMC tokens in crypto gift. New users exclusive. You join Bitmart now and complete KYC. And then you can trade at bitmart.com/trade/EN-US. And then a bunch of other stuff. Swibo Sui has 24,000 followers saying, Swibo X Delorean Labs, win X50 Swibo WL now. Top 500 DeLorean time capsule holders equals WL ticket. Follow Swibo Sui and DeLorean Labs. Tag 2 friends. Oh, very interesting. Very nice. Very nice. So that's what they've had. So it's been a slow X day for them. We got President Trump officially announces 50% tariff on copper. Oh my God. And Bitcoin's still near these all-time highs. This is wild. Mr. MC1. Oh, thank you for reposting the stream, Mr. So we love you so much. He's such a good egg. Who's got meow, 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 meow. Okay. Hair product? Mr. MC1, what are you talking about? Mr. MC1's speaking on the State of the Union. Shiro's giving me those niceness. Oh, it's bigger hype now. Cryptlo says it's bigger than hype now. Definity Markets just added daCat to their balance sheet. Shout out to Real Randy Chavez for making this move happen. This ain't just a retweet. It's a real life financial institution locking in daCat as an asset. They see what we see. My kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. liquidity locked, comic, movie, building while others fumble, early stage momentum. When a company puts it on the balance sheet, that means they're betting on it long term. No pump, no flip, just straight conviction. Let the rest keep asking, what's daCat? By the time they figure it out, we'll be on chapter 5 with legacy loading. Don't just follow hype, follow the money, and the money just moved to daCat. Ooh, 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 let me give him some love there. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the X and see Kriplos. I got you. Okay, we're good. Kriplos says, you know it. Thank you. BB Zombie says, yo, cool Mo. Smart Buy says, what happened to Big Bad Buckeye? He isn't buying. He isn't buying. He is super slow. Why did the whales act? He buys all the time. Big Bad Buckeye. He buys all the time. Are you tripping, bro? Big Bad Buckeye just got an email. Let me see if I can find it. Got an email because he got one of the My Toy canvas prints, from June 13th. So again, he buys constantly. He's got well over 400 million OMI, and again, he's a big crypto whale. He's got a bunch of Definity. He might have a little daCat. I'm not sure. I don't know. I know he's got a little bit of Devi. I don't know how much. He's got Flow. He's got Alluvium. He's got a bunch of MicroStrategy, a bunch of Bitcoin. He's a big crypto whale, and again, over 400 million OMI. Maybe I can catch him at some point. Maybe we'll see. And he still buys on the app all the time. Maybe he's not scooping up as much other stuff as y'all. Kriplos is fam, legend, bro. Oh, thank you. Far too kind. Coolmo says, zombie. Yeah, what up? Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Where was I? The Baker says, me too. Yo, what up? What up, fam? Speaking of the Devi, let's take a look at where the Devi is. Devi is down 0.1% on the day, so it's pretty flat. $492,000 in volume. There's a joke that my friend's dad told me once. Was it Picasso? Picasso once had a friend that showed him a picture of his wife, and Picasso said, "Oh, she's small and flat." I don't know why oh yeah, flat on the day, 0.1% down. 492K in volume, $42 million market cap. I should get more Devi, right? But it's like, I just had it at 34 cents, and I was buying at I think I bought at 35, and now it's up to 48. Now, granted, it was just up to 60 cents. Now it's down to 48, and maybe it does a bounce off here, maybe it doesn't. Maybe it continues to. Maybe it continues to go down because we have some news from Devi here, and it's not the best news, but it is definitely not the worst. There is a what the heck? Ugh, cancel. Oh, why does this happen with USDT? This is very okay. All right, that's fine. There's like nothing. There's nothing. So there is a bit to go over for Devi today, and let's see what we've got here. From Tom Anderson. Oh, what is that? Okay, sorry. Zombie, the Baker, Ray Fixie. Yo, Randy, that's fire. You're doing so many great things. Keep it up. Got it. Love it. 100%. Okay. All right. Where was I? Tom from the founder of Devi says about the roadmap, saying originally it was supposed to come out in June, and we missed that deadline. But the bigger strategy, creating the delay, is something that needs a bit more time to work through. There is one bit of information, and it seems that mods have been informed of, but there are other things that at work that Will Stewart, one of their greatest add-ons, and I have been working on. For example, that also adjusts the roadmap. There are some great opportunities out there right now. Circle just had a massive IPO. Stablecoins are red hot and on the tongues of many big companies. I approved the statement of the June release, and we admittedly missed that. Talking about the roadmap. It says that was my decision, and I take responsibility for it. To be sure, it is an admission of a mistake on my part. However, it was said in good faith, and I didn't know that some of the other opportunities that we're seeing would come up. So again, like he says more, but the reason why the roadmap is delayed is because there are other opportunities like, and it's not like they're stopping work on the roadmap. Like everything that's on the roadmap is already on there. They're just not giving it to us right now because they don't want to give it to us and then, a month later or 2 months later, it's like, yeah, by the way, that roadmap, throw that out. We have this one now. Because again, they're not giving that to us because the roadmap as is, which they're continuously working on, all the stuff that's on there, they're working on it every day. But there's other opportunities that say like, hey, we should bring this on. We should add this. And again, they want to give out the roadmap when it's full and ready of all the stuff that they are going to add. And the roadmap, there's going to be stuff for this year. Obviously, they have the exchange partner. They have the actual rollout of the exchange, which is supposedly happening this year. It might not. And this is one of the things that they need to take their time with, like however much time they need to make sure the exchange works. Like you can't have a bunch of bugs when it rolls out. These are big institutions. These are big. This is a whole exchange. So it has to work, the first time. Mostly, like they're going to be one or two, like of course, but it's got to work. This is a good thing. If it was delayed because there was something that fell apart, okay, that's bad. But the fact that they said, hey, there's actually some really awesome opportunities and we'd be stupid not to take them and put them on the roadmap. But obviously that changes it. So let's continue on. There are so many companies creating crypto treasuries right now, and our tech and approaches holds value to them all. We missed the June deadline, officially stated right here, right now. I do not have an exact date on when the roadmap will go out. That said, it's not going to be a long delay. So we're supposed to get it like kind of in like July, right? Early July. I say we definitely get it this quarter. Like we probably get it, I would say before the end of August. For to put that on, see like, okay, how much, whatever they have, put it on and actually accurately explain it's going to go here on the roadmap or here, like wherever it is. I don't think we wait. Again, even the end of this quarter, September, I don't think we have to wait that long. It's probably just a few weeks, and we probably get it in August. That is just my opinion. I have zero insight. But when he said it's not going to be a long delay, I can't picture it being like 2.5 months, and suddenly we have to wait until Q4 to get it. I think we get it this quarter. I think we even get it next month, like I said. But again, it's just me. So talking about ESG, he said ESG has changed over the years, worth of time frame, and on our positioning, it did too. We're not chasing. In business, if you're chasing, you've already lost. Over the past 9 years, we've been singularly focused at the highest level on enterprise and TradFi blockchain. I'm proud that we always have had that focus and that we were never chasing. I was more mocked at times over the past 9 years. Why are you doing enterprise blockchain? Now, 9 years later, it has become the biggest driver in the entire space, and our dedication to the high-level vision was proven to be prescient. We are in the process of updating our websites and branding. To be clear, I didn't describe anything new with stablecoins. I simply pointed out that an area we have had long-term focus on is now red hot. Stablecoins are critical to our use in the exchange. Stablecoins are critical to the design of DEVVE, and we discussed working with DeLorean as a bailment partner on stablecoins. We've created an innovative approach to stablecoins using our validation nodes that addresses one of the biggest problems the category holds. We designed our systems 9 years ago, largely around the ultimate vision of Forex, which is innately founded on stablecoins, including our fraud/theft/loss, privacy, and bailment solutions. I stand by what I wrote. What we have created is significant to a space that has since become red hot, and we are not chasing. If there is anybody on the crypto space not chasing, it is us. We're finding the right path to our long-term vision, all of which, I'll remind everyone, is designed around Devi. Oh my gosh. I need to get more. The truth is, I don't have a ton of Devi, and I want to get more. Devi is my third biggest bag. It goes Definity, OMI, Devi. Anyway, that's some of the news from Devi there. Let's do. I think I did. Oh, we didn't do OMI. Oh, silly me. Let's go to the OMI here real quick, and then we'll get to the news, which there is a lot of. OMI is down about 12% on the day. Why? Because we were up like 20 something percent this time yesterday. So we are at 0001951. I could get more here. I mean, it was nice and juicy at 00018. And it could get there again. So I have a little bit of teeny tiny bit of funds that I will be able to go in and, get a little bit of if it goes down there or lower. But I really do want to, again, I have so much money that I put into OMI. I'm at 270 million. I'll get more. You have my word. I will get more. Like I said, 300 million, I think, by end of August. We'll see, right? Yeah, 300 million by end of August, probably fine. I may even get a little more this when, this week. We'll see. We do so many things. That Corona is making you Captain America. Thank you. The Bingo says, Randy Hegel to many who have bought, continue to buy OMI. You have done more than most OMI influencers for sure. Well, I just talk about what I'm doing on here, but yeah, in private, I tell my friends to go and buy because I have seen the future, and the future is wild. Blue Storm saying daCat bot is hitting big. Oh, heck yeah, they are. They're hitting very big. They're hitting very, very big. One says, a little bubbly. Dumb and Dumber reference, my favorite. So that probably is a Dumb and Dumber reference. But like 6-7 years ago, Chris Jericho was like, I think on like ECW, like wherever Chris Jericho was, like on TNA, he had this character where he was just like a rich asshole, and he was just like drinking champagne in these hot tubs, and it's like a little bit of the bubbly. So maybe he got it from Dumb and Dumber. I haven't watched Dumb and Dumber in 25, 28 years. I'm so old. But yeah, good times. Good movie. So Baker says, woohoo. Says CRO is up a lot. I think it is. Heard Pengu's high chance. I have been talking about this for quite a while. Dr. Astuf is like beside himself, where he's just like, there's no way. There's no way. I was like, listen, like, I'm not saying that they should or that they're going. I'm just saying that this is what they're applying for. This is what they're doing. And by March of next year, we'll know if Pudgy Penguins has this ETF approval. And he's just like, listen, I've been around this space for a long time and I just can't see it. And like, it's fine. Maybe it doesn't. But the fact that they're at least making waves in it, even if it's not the right time, crypto's going to go crazy, bro. It's going to go crazy. It's going to go crazy. What's the rest of crypto doing right now? What's the rest of it doing? What's it doing? We are at 111 on Bitcoin, 2700 on the ETH. Cool. Goes to ICP. Yeah, bro, same thing, right? Right, same thing. Same clown posse. Anyway. Palama's Pengu has way more revenues than VeVe. I'm sure. They're in like Walmart. They're in a bunch of places, right? Didn't they just partner with like NASCAR or something? Yeah, they have a bunch of places. But also, Pengu is in the top 100. Pengu already has close to $1 billion market cap. 968 million. OMI is that at teeny tiny 50 million, less than that. So again, it's pretty small, where it has to do like a 20x just to get up to where Pengu is. So the better gains will be in OMI. User says, have you heard of the new coin 6.7? Heard people see a lot of potential in it. I have not. I don't know what it is, but maybe at some point, it goes crazy and people make a lot of money with it. I don't know it, but maybe it does. Who knows? Anyway, we have a bunch of news to go over. What's up, Schonberg? How's it going, fam? I was not able to, because yesterday I was live for 2.5 hours with Dr. Stuff. Crypto Cosmo came on, so we have a couple of things to go over. We have a lot of stuff to go over. Oh, how much stuff? Oh no, I'm not going over that. Oh, Millie says Emmy the kaiju baby from Ultraman Rising says only on VeVe official. I don't know how he knew that 2 days before they announced it. Clearly had some side info. Anyway, says if she's scarce, it'll just be an instant grail. And again, like he knew at least 24 hours before they announced it. Khaki Gaijin says anime is my biggest fandom, bigger than Marvel or Disney. I've been watching anime since '91, or whenever Samurai Pizza Cats aired in New Zealand. Good for him. Good. We love that anime. We love it. Yes, I don't know why I don't have it. Yesterday, Tropical Bird said, "Hey, here's my top. Here's my top comic stacks. What are yours?" So I said, Silver Surfer #3. I have 25 of those. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I had 13 of her. I have 69 all new Marvel Now .1s and 38 Vengeance #1s. And then I decided to try to get a little bit of some other things. Oh God, excuse me, hiccups. Oh God, a double excuse me, more hiccups. And some of the other things I decided to get. Flapper. I wanted to get some other things, but I don't want to pump at. Let me try Century #1 and see what they're at, because there's very few of those. There's very few. There's 22. There's less than 2,250 of them in total. It's $4 though, right? It's $4. I don't know if I should get them at $4. I could have got them at $3, and now they're $4. So I won't. I will wait. I will wait for it. I'll keep y'all posted. Oh shoot! Please explain. It means like saying to a kid. Okay, all right, that's fine. That's fine. Kiwi Jezza says Jordan has made a few videos for SPX 6900. I'm interested to hear what he has been up to. I don't know, podcast. I think we could just ask him. Like, is he active on X anymore? Let's see. Where is Jordan? Did he delete his X? Jordan Riz, right? Jordan Riz VeVe? Unfortunately, I don't know where his X is. I assume he's doing okay. Well, I hope he's doing okay. We had a lot of good talks, a lot of good conversations. 1 second. Do I need to move? Nope. Continue earning rewards. Okay, cool beans. Homa Beers, XRP guys. XRP, is that? Sorry, I thought you were someone else. I was going over with a friend before about he was trying to buy XRP, and I was like, well, he just buy it right on Coinbase, but he didn't have it. He was on like something else. Like, well, there's this video. It was like buy BNB on BNB Smart Chain, and then you could swap for XRP on And I told him, I was like, yeah, XRP can do like a 5x. Like it's already 100-something billion dollar market cap. XRP is already $142 billion market caps. Like this could 6x, and it's 6x. Like 6x. You're almost at $1 trillion. At 7x, you're actually at $1 trillion market cap. That's so much. That's such a, but you know, it could do it, right? Like it could do it. It might, you know, yeah, never bet against banksters. They will not lose. They will not lose. VeVe says the XRP bags are packed. Zombie says we'll flip Bitcoin. Mark my words. That is wild. I consider them marked. Consider them marked, Zombie. I'm gonna take a picture of it, and by this time next year, when it comes up in my memories, I'll remind you. Potential Humans with 3 thumbs up for Randy. Give him at least 1. Hit the like button. Smash it. Smash it. Vampire says, I listened to Definity Space earlier. It sounded like they were really ramping up. They are. They are ramping up. I didn't listen to the space, but I know what they're doing. And they're going crazy. Crazy. Have I told you lately? Meow, 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 meow. Not afraid to fly. Okay. Harnessing breakthroughs. Yep. Breakthroughs. Okay. Meow, 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 meow. Uzam says, do you think 6,000 Devi is enough? Well, it depends what you want to do. What do you want to do? If it goes 20x to $10, you know, you got 60K there. It's not bad. Again, it's my 3rd biggest bet. Who knows what goes up first? Definity could go up first. Devi could go up for OMI could go up first. Essence seems to be going up right now, so you know, because of the wonderful things he does. Anyway, let's continue on. Yeah, it was Tropical Bird thing. What's my biggest stack? And her biggest stacks are Incredible Hulk number 181, Amazing Fantasy 15. Then it is X-Men Volume 1 and Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Nice. You know, Simon Cowell's a Pokemon card collector? I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. BlackRock just bought $164 million worth of Bitcoin. This was 2 days ago. Also 2 days ago, a memory came up on July 8th. At that time, on July 8th, I had how many shares? Does it say how many shares? Does it not say how many shares I have? I thought it did. Oh, I had 55 shares of Fastly. I had a 295% gain on that because I knew exactly what it was doing. Illumina, I had 9 shares of. I had a 43% gain on that. I had 45 shares of Square. I had a 97% gain on that. I had 40 shares of Tesla. I had a 77% gain on that. And I had 174 shares of VXRT. I was down 30% on that. That was good. But I Tesla had 40 shares of Tesla, the price of $13.94. So the total gain 77%. Tesla was treating me pretty good in 2020. Pretty heckin' good. Remember when 28 million OMI was worth almost 100,000? I would be. I'd have so much. I'd have so much. Audio Truther says patience is good, but innovative companies are nimble, and VeVe missed far too many opportunities to expand offerings to bring in larger audience. Well, I will agree that there were a couple of things that they could have done better while they had the larger audience, but the bear market just, again, makes everyone go away. He says they got the Disney gravy train, and then he says they basically stopped trying. This is how I know that this guy never ran a business, has not invested, is not a true investor, and clearly doesn't know the team. Anyone that says that the VeVe company has stopped trying is one of those 3 things. Either they're purposely trying to FUD the company, or they have never ran a business, or they've never been a true investor, or they just don't know the team, or they're an idiot. You know, like either of those things or a combination of all 5. He says no sports. I mean, we did have Joseph Parker. Says little to no music. Agreed. There's no influencers, etc. Again, if you want to be like, well, Recur, I don't even know if they had any influencers, but if you want to be like Cryptoys that spent well in the 6 figures on influencers, got them zero new accounts, zero new people spending. Sure, if you want that, just be a cryptoid fanboy. Again, you had DMC. The Delorean's been doing that. They spent well in the 6 figures, probably well into the 7 figures and more, and maybe even 8 figures. I don't know how much it costs to get Christopher Lloyd and Patrick Stewart. I assume 7 figures, right? Like multiple 7 figures, and tokens down like 60%, 70%. And again, that's short term. I think in the long term, stuff goes crazy for them. But it's just right now, when you take a look at the market, it's not really the best time to do that marketing. Again, in my opinion. Audio Truther also says opportunities missed. They're still the best in the space, but running out of time. It's not that they're running out of time. It's time in the bear market is running out. And the time that we have to wait until a blow off top for a NFT bull run, that is wearing thin. And that's a good thing because we want to be there and we want to pump. Anyway, Foster Hill says, we live in a society that prioritizes and incentivizes outcomes that produce instant gratification. Building for the long term isn't always glamorous or readily apparent, but the outcomes associated with the commitment to longevity are deeply rewarding. Never stop building. Kaki Gaijin says, when the price of OMI goes up, I'll be more willing to spend it. Same. Phil Knife, level 95, shout out to him. Air Blues is Randy. Do I have to swap my OMI tokens from my Trust wallet to base? Not up to date with what's been going on with the OMI token, as I don't always have internet access. You'll want to swap it to base at some point. You wouldn't want to keep it on ETH. One, there's more liquidity on base. Two, when OMI's listed on Coinbase, it's probably just going to be the base version. I don't know if they're going to support the ETH version. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But you're going to want it on base. But you don't have to right now. It's your prerogative on what you want to do. I think he has some. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Anyone? Oh my gosh. It's supposed to just mean follow me. How do you, oh God, how do you not know Uncle Kracker? Uncle Kracker was a singer in the 90s and 2000s, and he had a hit song called Follow Me. And it was so good. It was so good. Only Catch the Cat, Perfect Questions, 20K, yeah. Wish we had 20K to throw in. All right, anyway, let's move on to the rest of the news, because we got a lot. The space that, where was it? The space that Planet Vampire was talking about was done by DeFi Djo, 10,000 followers over on the X. And it was a space for beginners, but yeah, things are definitely heating up. Ash Crypto Real says, for the past 2 cycles, Bitcoin's monthly RSI has consistently aligned with key macro trend levels during market peaks. In this cycle, the monthly RSI suggests that if history repeats, Bitcoin will pump more. Truth Social has filed the S1 for crypto blue chip ETF. Massive development, in my opinion. Ash Crypto Real says Bitcoin banana cycles. No one believed in 2013. No one believed in 2017. No one believed in 2021. And no one believed in 2025. He says Bitcoin's going to 200K, and I believe him. Believe says, despite the dip, I just bought more Devi because I'm convinced it's the next big thing. I also believe that it is the next big thing, but I'm going to wait a little bit more before I go crazy with it. Oh my gosh. Okay. U.S. inflation index has dropped to 1.75%. The Fed 100% should do cut rates. The Fed should 100% cut rates. The fact that they're not. Uncle Cracker played with Kid Rock before going solo. Did he? Interesting. I did not know he did that. Love Uncle Cracker. Just awesome dude. So chill. Well, I don't know him personally. I never met the man, but I love his music. Ash Crypto Real says Bitcoin will pump like this when the Fed confirms a rate cut, and Definity Markets saying history often rhymes. Yes, it does. Robinhood CEO Vlad Tenev says tokenization is the biggest innovation in the past decade. I agree. From Devi, they said we decided to create roadmaps primarily because we saw that the community wanted them. As a project, we don't necessarily need them internally in this form, and we're designed to give our supporters more insight into what's being built and planned. That said, roadmaps are not fixed promises or deadlines. They evolve, especially in complex environments that involve external dependencies, third-party negotiations, and regulatory approvals. Right now, there's a significant business matter sitting with someone at the very top of the management structure. It unexpectedly became a condition for releasing the roadmap. The team is actively working through it, and once we receive the final confirmation, the roadmap will be published. MetaPlanet plans to leverage growing Bitcoin treasury to acquire digital bank cash-generating firms. NASDAQ-listed BioSig, which arranges a $1.1 billion financing to tokenize commodities market after a merger with StreamX. There's so much money in this space. Tether invests in blockchain forensics from Crystal Intelligence to fight crypto crime. Get it. We need it. Truth Social files S1 for crypto blue chip ETF. Trust assets include Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, XRP, and CRO. Bitcoin ETF dominance hits a new all-time high. Fan-freaking-tastic. And nope, can't go over that. Just in, U.S. House says it's taking historic steps to ensure that U.S. remains the crypto capital of the world. Again, the House says it's taking historic steps to ensure that the U.S. remains the crypto capital of the world. Sequans closes a $384 million strategic investment to launch a Bitcoin treasury initiative. Love it. President Trump says that Congress should investigate Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Agreed. NASDAQ-listed Sequan I raised $384 million to buy Bitcoin, and it's a rumor that Jerome Powell is going to resign because he should be investigated 100%. So I am done charging my phone, and I'm going to now charge my tabletto. Feedback. All right, feedback, very good. I need that feedback. Happy Tuesday. It's Wednesday. A new kind of kaiju is taking flight, introducing Emmy. Emmy is a bold and curious creature from the Ultraman universe. Equal parts adorable and formidable, the 3D digital collectible series brings Emmy's many moods to life, from joyful giggles to powerful blasts, capturing her evolving strength and spirit. Dropping Saturday, July 12th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Memes are great. Suye says on August 31st, Suye invites an exclusive VeVe meetup in our gallery. Collectors from the UK, Germany, Belgium, France, and the VeVe team on Zoom. And then also Suye says, VeVe fam, let's do this. We're giving away one Genesis key card at the event to celebrate the VeVe journey. And this is on 31 August. So good for them. Good for them. Also, in case y'all missed it before, when Definity Markets added daCat to their balance sheet, historic moment, right? Institution buying daCat. What? If you're a crypto newbie that are here, that you know me from Facebook, you know me from my real, like wherever you're from, and you don't have a Coinbase, you don't like, what is this crypto? What is this ETH? How do I swap? You don't need to do any of that to buy daCat. Link down below to buy daCat Onchain. Onchain, let me go in and take a look at the. Let me go in. Oh God, I put fat cat. No, daCat. Actually, I don't need to look at that. I need to look at Onchain. Onchain Labs says Onchain Ramp lets token-based projects and businesses sell their on-chain digital assets directly to a global audience within hours, not weeks. Basically, what that means is you can take your credit card, your PayPal, your Venmo, your Cash App, your Google Play, your Google Money, your Apple Pay, like whatever it takes like 80 different forms of payment, and you could buy daCat just like that. You do have to KYC. You can take your credit card, Venmo, Pay, whatever you want, and you could buy daCat that way. And if you have something on ETH, let's say you have daCat, you have a whole bunch of daCat, and daCat goes crazy. And then you say, hey, you know what, Chavez? I've heard you talk about ladies on Solana. They have their founder Fixie was in a space before this morning talking about her rise to crypto fame with buying Bitcoin while on Ambien in like 2013, having a 501(c)(3) for ladies, profit with a purpose over there. Same with Space Penguins. And you say, like, Chavez, you said you had like 7% of that supply, right? Yeah, I do. Like, how do I get some? How do I get ladies when I only have daCat that's on Ethereum and ladies is on Solana? Like, well, if you have something on Ethereum and you want to buy something on Solana, you can do so very easily on Onchain. Again, you can buy daCat with any of 70 or 80 types of payments. And if you don't want to add any more from your bank account and you want to take some of your daCat or anything to buy anything else, you can do that as well. Like you have Shiro is going to be available on Solana, right? I think Shiro will probably be on Onchain at some point because it makes sense to. And you'll be able to take your daCat on ETH and swap it for Shiro on Solana. I repeat, you will be able to take your daCat on ETH and swap it for a project on Solana. That is incredible. And newbies don't have to worry about bridging. They don't have to worry about any of that. All they have to do is say, I want to buy that with this, and it swaps and does it immediately. So that is how daCat is doing. They're live on chain right now. My back. Elon low-key owns space now. SpaceX has 7,855 working Starlink satellites flying around Earth right now. Out of 12,149 total active satellites, that means Elon controls about 65% everything in orbit. More space power than any country or company on the planet. daCat in house. daCat in house. Make sure to visit daCatlinktree.com. 100%. VeVe Digital Collectibles announced a couple of winners yesterday from the VeVe feed. Another Juan is the first winner. Second place winner is VeVe FamBam. Randomly drawn voting winner is Joey377-83462 and MasterBeer165. Crypto Real says we're back above the poverty line. You have this one gal named Chinese Lulu. That's her name, I swear, not being racist. Saying, after many changes and big surprises, the path for Volt Inu is finally clear. Future is bright, full of voltage, and we're just getting started. Get ready. The journey to 1 cent was always part of the plan. Volt Inu, and why do I like her? 1, she follows me. 2, because I am also trying to work out a deal with Volt Inu, and we'll see how that goes. We'll see if it happens. Average Cat, love you. Oh, thank you. Far too kind. Kaz, Sleeping Giant. We will exceed expectations. Agreed. Warrior PR says, let's freaking go. I love this game. I love Uncle Craig. Okay, moving on. President Trump says tariffs have had zero impact on inflation. Powell has been whining like a baby about non-existent inflation for months. Cut interest rates, Jerome, says Donald Trump. Agreed. Cut interest rates. We know it. Everybody knows it. Definity's going crazy. They're doing a lot of good stuff. There will not be a Devi weekly roundup this week as Austin is taking a well-earned break. Good for him. U.S. national debt officially reaches new all-time high for the first time since February. Oh. Also, Jeff Bezos sells $665 million worth of Amazon shares, and they did not do good today. A lot of that's going into crypto, I think. I still believe. Also, what's happening on July 22nd, 2025? Pokemon Presents. What are they presenting? We will know at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is wild. Coinbase put out a full-page ad in the Washington Post. I repeat, Coinbase put out a full-page ad in the Washington Post. Foster. Oh, God. Great. President Trump to make trade announcements for at least 7 countries. Okay, yeah, he did that the other day. So we're still on yesterday's news. Shiro's crossing the bridge, and it leads straight to Solana. New chain, same strut. Get ready. Shiro is coming to Solana. Get ready, Eddie. With the Superman movie out, Kaki Gaijin thought he'd share a beta testing bug that happened on Superman, making him look all chrome and white. But I thought it looked So I thought that version looked pretty cool. Like, how do I get that version? What do we have here? Bill Gardner's Essence is running. Yeah, bro. Essence is on a tear this last month. On a tear this last month. Bro, it's up 14% today. On this day. What's it up the last month here? So it's up 14% today, 32% on the week, 53% on the 2 week, and 32% on the month. So Essence is this is the month for Essence. Essence was going crazy. It's going bananas. Well, hello. Oh, Shirou. But hello, Grumpy. I love you so much. Why are you so cute? Why are you my bae? We love each other. Jeremy Pador says, we got McDonald's Spicy McMuffin before GTA 6. How correct he is. How correct he is. Mr. MC1 says, VeVe Season 1, are you one of the 68? So close to 69. Super OG collectors that can finish the full first season on VeVe. Donnie from Powerpuff Girls by Cartoon Network is the scarcest. 150 editions, 40 held by VeVe, so 110 were publicly available, but 44 were held by 2 OGs. Which, if you subtract 44 from that is 66, but I won't hold it against them. Because 40 is why is my brain? Am I having a stroke? Yeah, 66. Okay, tripping. It says likely unique people can have full VeVe season 1 sets, possibly less. Agreed, because some are probably in accounts that are just not there. Vegan things. What up, vegan things? How's it going, fam? Give me those. Give me those love. Give me that loving. Santa Claus wants some loving. Contradict our views. Oh, this quote. When we're faced with facts and positions that contradict our worldviews, we're left with a choice. 1. We reject that new info and go on our merry way. 2. We dig deeper. We find out what is really true, even if it means changing our way of thinking. Such a good quote. And who said that quote? Who said that quote 15 years ago? Oh, it was Randy Jones. Great guy. On this day, 8 years ago, my friend Lilith came to visit from Austria, and she liked my doggos. She was such a mess. Like, look at the hair that she picked off. South Korea seeks to grant startup benefits to crypto firms through reclassification. Interesting. Ben Korea says, how's summer of Randy looking? How do you like to spend a perfect summer's day? I wake up at 10-ish a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go through the crazy amount of notifications. Depending on the day, I might have a meeting. I might not have a meeting. I usually have stuff around 12 that start. I use that time in the morning really just to get out of bed. My back is destroyed. I go over the notifications. I look at the crypto. I look at any opportunities. I check the VeVe app. And then by 11:30, 12, I'm writing, or I'm in meetings, or I'm in spaces, or I'm writing, preparing for shows. I do not stop. I work sun up to sundown. I shouldn't even say that. I work from the time I wake up. I said yesterday on stream, it takes me 3 days to watch an episode of House because I watch House when I eat. I eat very, very quickly. And now, granted, I have something that I am looking at that requires me to play a video game. They're very quick video games, and I may or may not invest a small amount in the token because I like the game. It is fun. It's not one of those games that's like, I have to watch an ad now or like pay to stop the ads. No. So what I ideally, if my back was healthy, I would go for a run. I'd have a bunch of eggs, maybe a piece of wheat toast, lightly buttered, but maybe not. Then I would do all my work. I would do all my meetings. I would try to find time to go to the gym. I'd come back. I'd eat I'd protein shake and a massive amount of food, just massive. I would get ready for the live, and then I would write into the night. But unfortunately, again, my back is destroyed. I cannot do any of that. It's all just work. And I know it sounds boring, but it's writing comics. I'm really having fun. Sometimes I'm not having fun, where I was like, this doesn't make sense. But a lot of times I think I'm having fun. Kiwi Jezza, what will the first thing you've written that we actually get to see? Probably daCat, Volume 1. That's if you want to know actually what the first thing I've written like this year is. If you go to the highlights, my highlights, it says my submission for the Shiro Bounty Complete Challenge at Shiro $hero or $Shiro, and it's very, very small. It has to fit on X, right? So it's very short. I can read it now. I'll read it right now. One day, many moons ago, many humans worshipped a being named Bastet. She, being part cat herself, was the protector of cats and domesticity. And then one day, God sent out letters to a few animals and told them to bring their friends to a banquet he was having the next day. The mischievous rat Nincolum told Bastet that the banquet would be the day after tomorrow. So while Nincolum and 11 other animals enjoyed a feast with God, Bastet was dreaming of a meal that would never come. God then gave the rat and the 11 other animals immortality. Today, humans know them as the Zodiac. When Bastet awoke and learned that she was deceived, she went mad. She was so enraged that she split her soul in two. Her anger, her jealousy, and will for revenge went into her evil creation, known as Malice. After his creation, Malice killed Bastet and went on to learn the ways of humans so he could rule them. But God was watching and decided to step in. Realizing he couldn't let this evil go unmatched, he took the rest of Bastet's soul and put all of the goodness, joy, and love he could into it. Not to mention a dash of mischief. Thus, Shiro was born. Both Shiro and Malice fought constantly, but they could never defeat one another. So they left each other alone for over a millennia. One day, Shiro fell in love. Unfortunately, being a mortal has its drawbacks. Father Time took Shiro's love, and Shiro went into hiding to mourn. Malice took this opportunity to spread evil and chaos. Humans now know this time as the Dark Ages. Once Malice released a plague that killed 100 million humans, the Zodiac contacted Shiro to return and to save the world from Malice. They did. They trapped Malice in an underground tomb and sealed it with a powerful magical spell. But that spell came at a price. The memories humans had of Malice and Shiro were forever wiped. Only the Zodiac, whose existence is now shrouded in legend, remember. Time went on, humans evolved, and the world changed. An archaeologist named Ivan James is on a dig, and he stumbled onto something that's making a bit of noise. He has no idea what he's about to unleash on the world. Bum, bum, bum. That is so that's the first thing that I wrote this year. And I won the competition, so clearly they liked it. But the first thing that you'll be able to read from me will probably be daCat number 1, daCat Chronicles 1. Milgar says, I'm on a cruise ship listening in heading to the, oh, my man. Is this why you were in New York? I think you were in New York the other day, right? Oh man, get that bread. I hope you like I hope you all like the story. I hope you all liked it. And how I knew this was my writing was gonna be great for other people because I wrote that in like 6 minutes. Okay. Copy link. Let me go to paste. Okay, for meow to get on. Yeah. Okay. Almond. Meals. Okay, we'll do Planet Death #1. They have announced we will get that at some point in the future. A whale has opened 150x million Bitcoin long with 40x leverage. He has closed his last 15 trades in profit. Does he know something? I think he might. So let me have Grumpy up there. Oh, it's my bay. New Zealand to ban crypto ATMs in broader efforts to combat money laundering. Wild. Emirates sign memorandum of understanding with Crypto.com for payment integration. And Japan's Remix Point says it raised $215 million to expand Bitcoin treasury. Stablecoins used 800 billion in transaction volume per month. Oh, okay. So hold on. Japan's Remix Point says it's raised $215 million to expand Bitcoin treasury. Fine. Stablecoins used for $800 billion in transaction volume per month. That is insane. You have Tropical Bird that has 999 comics. Mr. MC1 says you have amazing collection of secret rares in those 999. Pick the one you most like and do post your 1,000. So that was pretty epic. Oh wow, there's a lot of notifications. The DB Crypto is saying fire. I'm gonna give him some fire as well, straight fire, but like laid back fire, but also chill fire, but also like gas. Reposted teases. Yeah, on my way to fill your bags and Flexi collects to support incredible community. Wants expresses deep gratitude to the community for the warm welcome. Good for you, on my way. Good for you. Get that bread. Who is Ragnar? Oh God, there's so many. Oh lordy. Oh, we ready? Shirou chart getting bullish. Shirou chart getting bullish. George is getting mad. Sorry. It's gonna be the summer of George. I do this here already. Sake of Prey. Somebody says, hey, Brian, I've noticed your recent focus on regulations when it comes to Devi Exchange, which is totally fair. I'm sure you'll ask Thomas questions in the AMA. However, before then, I'd like to add my perspective. I understand your concerns, but I don't think they are particularly useful to portray as the canary in the coal mine for Devi. It's not an issue as far as I'm concerned. Because RegTech is our bread and butter. I don't know if we'll ever be able to discuss the ongoing legal specifics for the exchange in a public Devi forum. What we can openly discuss is those core mechanisms that we enable that make us so powerful. That make us so powerful for enterprise adoption, including Devi Exchange. We focus our community discussion and learning around why this is and what does it look like. What are the features? It could be really valuable for people entering our forums and alleviate any concerns that you may have. This isn't to say not to ask the direct questions, but a guiding hand for anyone who's interested in building their knowledge base. Agreed. Delubac will be offering DEVVE to their customers. That deal with large TradFi company was signed in December. It's done and progressing. The rest of the stuff, we are waiting on public details. U.S. House hearing on crypto tax policy. I think that happened today, didn't it? My question, give me 1 second here. I answered your question before, and I said that the OMI, you're going to want your OMI on base, but you don't need to. The reason that you would want to swap it to base is because base is how you would go in and get your rewards if you connect it to your stack, or if you connect your VeVe account to your stacker. So, right, for example, on your Trust wallet, not connected to anything, I assume, if you ever want rewards on VeVe, you're going to need to put it on base and send it to stacker, or send it to stacker on Ethereum, and then they bridge it for you for free, right? They sponsor the gas fees. But even if you say, like, hey, I don't care about rewards on VeVe, all I care is about these gains, where do I want? What do I need to do? Well, you're likely going to want to have it on base. Again, I said this all before, so I feel like no need to get snippy. But again, in case you missed it, you're going to want it on base because of the fact that when Coinbase adds it, it's only adding base tokens. So it's probably not going to support OMI on ETH. It's probably only going to support OMI on base. So as of right now, there is more liquidity on base than there is Ethereum. That problem is only going to get bigger when it's added to Coinbase. So again, you can keep it on ETH. That's your prerogative as long as you're made a woman. But I feel that it's more liquid and they're a lot easier to sell when it's on base. You don't have to, but you're probably going to want to. Anyway, let's move on here. Where was we? I went over the DMC stuff. I went over that holding off particulars. Yeah, okay. United States announces tariffs on the following countries: 30% on Iraq, 30% on Libya, 25% on Brunei, 30% on Algeria, 25% on Moldova, and 20% on the Philippines. I repeat, 30% on Libya, Iraq, and Algeria, 25% on Brunei and Moldova, and 20% on the Philippines. There's a rumor that Fed Powell to resign soon due to the pressure from Trump administration not cutting rates, and people asking to investigate him because he's trash. And again, Death Planet #1 is coming. I cannot wait. Mm-hmm. Oh, that might have did that happen today? That might have happened today. I might need to get that. US actually, yeah, I might need to get that right now. Right meow. Where's the VeVe comics? On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life. Better place in a broken dream. All right, it's bad idea. So I'm going to the bad idea. And okay, Planet Death #1, limited edition comic. We're going to add to the cart. I'm talking to the pizza man, the pizza man, the pizza man. His name is Ibrahim. Don't forget the garlic knots. Go to checkout. Talking to the pizza guy, the pizza guy, the pizza guy. His name is Ibrahim. Don't forget the garlic knots. Okay. We are going to buy one of these, and we're going to see what we get. Go Garza. Give me those tabs. Give me those tabs, Garza. No, I don't. Oh gosh. Nope. 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 Okay. Processing. Okay, go to my library because the delivery is confirmed. Got a comment. Oh, I got number 1000 though. Oh, I got the last mint. Let's go. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now, hey, now, ladies. Yeah. What is it? Is it called Death Battle? What did I say this is called? Death Planet. Planet Death. I'm just gonna type in death and see what comes up. No, I don't need Death of Captain America. Where's the Planet Death #1? Oh, there's 2,000 of these, and 300 have sold. So the number 1,000 actually means diddly squat. So rip and pasta. Ow, my back. 31. Yep, there's a lot. There's a lot. Like the Pepe guy I met. Not that theory. I'll take that though. I'll take it. We'll. Yeah, the Planet Death, such a popular one. Senator Bernie Moreno educates former CFTC chair Timothy Massad on Bitcoin after he calls it a token. Got an email from VeVe today saying, hey, Randy Chavez, we're excited to invite you to an exclusive one-day only VeVe event in collaboration with Eastern Continental Gems, Visual Marvel license, and creators of the Vault San Diego Comic-Con exhibition, teamed up with ECG to host a VeVe takeover of the Vault exhibition space on Friday, July 25th, bringing limited edition comics, exclusive merch, and more to you. VeVe Day is on Friday, 25 July. Time is 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then it's movie night that night. I think VeVe Fan Bam was doing something with that. Bill, you're so super lucky. Meow, 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 meow. Enjoy your vacation, Mike. Get it, Mike. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. I'm so hungry. NVIDIA going to launch a new AI chip specifically for China. Mr. MC1 says, if you're a CPA or wealth advisor and want to explore using a top agentic AI platform, please send him a message. I'm about to connect you with one of the finest pioneering companies in the space. They're still in stealth, but will come out later this year. I will connect you confidentially. I've been blown away with their solution, the money they have raised from VCs, and progress. Amazon Prime Day sales fall 41% in its first day. No wonder Jeff Bezos sold like $750 million. Enjoy the sun and cocktails. Thank you for being a member. Excuse me. OpenAI to launch AI-powered web browser to rival Google Chrome, Reuters reports. Also, this Charizard, Gold Star Charizard, PSA 10, sold for $44,000. Wow. Senator Tim Scott says blockchain technology creates a permanent traceable ledger that can help law enforcement catch bad actors. Agreed. Can. Sure will. Thank you. Of course. Get it. Spread the love of VeVe and OMI and everything. And hype Web3 projects, second half of the year. Yes. One of the Shiro stuff. US on Chinese AI. Propaganda on autopilot. Officials fed Chinese AIs a bunch of questions and got answers straight out of a Communist Party fan club. Each version gets more and more censored. Like the AI is learning how to toe the party line harder every time. The US might go public with the findings to shout, hey world, these bots are kind of brainwashed. Yes, they are. $212 million in shorts were liquidated from, I don't know when this was. This was today, but it was at a certain hour. Michael Saylor's strategy has now $24 billion in unrealized profit on his Bitcoin. Bro, that's so nuts. That is insane. So Joshu from the Definity Telegram says this was more of an introductory, talking about the space today, saying we'll try to do another one soon for the existing community. The new vertical with associated utility. I know they are meeting on Friday with a client, so they should have an update after that. It's also said I've been pushing for some small ad hoc buybacks to start, as it's something the community have been asking for. I believe these will start in the next couple of days, so I might get some buybacks for Definity. President Trump imposes a 50% tariff on Brazil. Oh my God. All right, so as of 4:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, $192 million worth of Bitcoin shorts were liquidated in an hour, in 60 heckin' minutes. Binance founder CZ says, I hope y'all bought the dip, because we on a ride, mother flappers. $500 million worth of shorts were liquidated in 24 hours, coming from 6 p.m. tonight to 6 p.m. yesterday. Mr. Jams says, when Randy's taking a vacation, hardest working guy on YouTube. August 23rd, I will be going to the that charity, the one that Kumo won. He bought a partner statue, and now he gets a free week in Orlando with me. And Tammy's gonna be there, and VeVe Magic, and the OMI homies Max and Janie. A lot of cool things gonna happen, girl. So that'll be my vacation. I may or may not be able to do much since my back is dead, but we'll see. daCat is going real well today, and again the tens of millions of OMI are held by Definity, and now we have billions of daCat as well. A lot of good stuff. Senator Cynthia Lummis calls for Fed Chair Jerome Powell to resign, saying Powell has proven time and time again that he is unfit to run the Fed. He must resign now. Agreed. Cut these rates, mother flapper. Cut these rates, and Definity just absolutely crushing it. Crushing it. Again, it's a Gilmore Girls reference. President Trump officially announces 50% tariff on copper. Quite insane. All right. Anyway, these are the news updates for the day. Shiro Nico chart getting bullish as heck, boy. All right, let's do another. Let's do another check on. Let's do another check on daCat real quick. And they're up 10 point. So close to 11%. They're down 32% on the month, but they're up 10.9% on the day. And then we have where's the Shiro at? Shiro is up 9 point. Oh, actually, they're up 10% on the day as well. 10.8. They're right neck and neck with daCat. Gotta love them. Oh my God, Shiro, get that. Only we could get OMI to do something similar. OMI is down about 4% on the day, but we still believe. I still believe. What you mean? Oh my gosh. Birds, cicadas. Okay. Oh, we got We have some new people following daCat. Gotta love it. More supply being held as visibility. Okay. Now let's go on VeVe. I want to see a couple of things on there. There's a partner statue for like $900. Where is it here? There was before. I don't know if there is right now. Yeah, partner statue, $900. What? Like what? If you were to sell it for OMI, I'd maybe take some. But not now. Not now. Too late now. That is the partner statue, and I think the gold logo is down to like 4,300. 43.99, so 4,400, right? 4,400. My back. 4,400. Which is nice. It's nice. Very, very. That is fair. If it goes down to like, well, there's one for 21. 21 million's a lot though. That's 4K. Not doing that. Not doing that. I'll say, if one goes down to 3,500, 3,500, I'll get another one. If we see it down there, which we might not. Who knows? Who knows? No, where was I? That was VeVe Gold. I want to check out Amazing Fantasy real quick and see what they're doing there. 52 editions on the market. There are $157 for the common, $575 for the ultra rare, $55 for the secret rare, $222 for the rare. Oh, the rare pumped. And then $112 for the uncommon. Let me try another comic that I'm going to take a look at. It's a pretty nice one. There's not a lot of. I'm gonna buy it. I bought a couple of Fantastic Four #1 commons. I'm not done yet, but one day I'll let y'all know. Anyway, guys, it's been an hour 45 almost. Shout out to Definity for adding daCat to their balance sheet. Obviously, OMI as well. Must have missed your response to my original question. Probably a connection problem I have, but thanks for being here. No problem. Anyway, that'll be it. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Good day, Dashi. I love y'all. Bye. Meow, 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 Randy. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish.